Good evening, I'm Haley Wilkes.
And I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks for being with us tonight. Our top story, new details about a fatal boating accident in Sarasota Bay.
Two good friends who worked in the boating industry were testing a boat when something caused them to both be ejected. The accident happened just west of the Ringling Museum in the middle of Sarasota Bay. ABC 7's Ray Collins has this exclusive interview with the one survivor on that boat.
I'm sad. I'm missing this guy because was a nice guy.
Alex Duval is talking about his friend Tony Espinosa. Here they are during better times. Alex on the left, a former boat racer from Italy, and Tony from Texas, who worked for Tiburon Boats. Last Tuesday night, the men were test driving a demo boat like this one. Alex says it was dark, but they could still see, and then it happened.
I don't know what's happened. The boat wasn't spin out, and we fly out of the boat.
He says the boat spun and they flew out of the boat in the water. Alex says he and Tony did talk afterwards.
He asked me, you're fine? And I say, yes. And you are fine? And he say, yes, I'm fine. And I say, I can swim. And he say, I grab the boat and come back.
So Alex says he left his friend with the overturned boat and swam to shore for help. Emergency responders took Tony to the hospital, and hours later, Alex got the news.
Around 11 something, he say me, I'm sorry, but your friend is no with us anymore.
Tony had died, and Alex still doesn't know how. He also says he's not sure how the boat suddenly crashed.
It's just very sad. We're all heartbroken.
Devin Rowe also works in the boat industry and knew both men.
It's a freak, sad accident. In my opinion, it probably caught a weird wave.
And now Alex waits to hear from investigators to find out just what happened that night here on Sarasota Bay. Ray Collins, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Ray. A police officer with the Punta Gorda Police Department is being investigated after tasing a 91-year-old man with dementia during a scuffle. According to a police report, officers were called to Sterling House Senior Assisted Living Facility on Wednesday after a 91-year-old man was walking around the common area yelling and waving his fists. The man reportedly said he wanted to kill everyone. Police say when they tried to talk to him, he started kicking and biting them. One of the officers used a taser on the man to get control. The police chief has ordered an investigation into this incident. This is the second time in less than a year an officer's actions have led to an investigation. Last August, an officer accidentally shot a 73-year-old woman during a police training session. The state attorney's office is still investigating that shooting.
A weekend stabbing leads to charges against a Sarasota man. Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies arresting 28-year-old Brendan Sheridan on battery charges. Deputies say early Sunday morning, Sheridan stabbed his friend with a knife at Beneva Place Apartments. The victim survived. Sheridan is now charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon.
Allegations tonight against Florida's Department of Environmental Protection and the Mosaic Company in relation to a sinkhole in Central Florida. The sinkhole, which occurred in September of last year, dumped 215 million gallons of what the company calls slightly radioactive water into the aquifer. Now, a local group says the company and the DEP ignored signs leading up to the sinkhole and did nothing in response to monitoring well reports that showed an unnatural jump in water levels. But the DEP and Mosaic say the data that the group is referring to is unrelated to the sinkhole. They claim to constantly monitor water levels and say any sort of extreme change would have been noted.
A steady rise of 40 feet over several months. As a hydrologist, I've never encountered that.
I don't think they did their diligence on evaluating the data. I think they chose some data they thought could carry a message and ran with it whether or not the message was correct.
This comes ahead of the Manatee County Commission meeting next Wednesday, where commissioners will decide whether to allow Mosaic to expand its Manatee County location.
Circus Sarasota is getting ready for its big opening night, while some of its performers are still recovering from a scary high wire accident. On Wednesday afternoon, performers who were rehearsing an 8-person pyramid stunt fell about 28 feet from the high wire. 5 were injured, 3 with trauma-level injuries, but they are all expected to fully recover. Nick Wallenda was one of the performers rehearsing the stunt at the time, but he was able to grab the wire and was not hurt. Last night, Wallenda got back on the wire alongside his cousins who performed during a dress rehearsal.
It's my cousin Blake. I mean, both of us caught the wire. Both of us had to watch that. I mean, we've been in this most of our lives together. It's surreal, you know, and obviously extremely emotional.
Well, Linda says in place of the 8-person pyramid, tonight's finale will include his wife, cousin, and other performers. It will be spectacular, no doubt.
Definitely will be an exciting night under the big top for sure.
And ABC 7's chief meteorologist Bob Harrigan joins us now from the circus near Nathan Benderson Park. Hi, Bob.
Hi, I tell you, spirits are high here, getting ready for the first real performance beginning tonight for Centergy. Circus Sarasota presents Centergy right here, beginning at 7 o'clock. And I've got the guest ringmaster outfit on. This is the real deal. This is not the guest. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. I think it looks kind of sharp. It looks like the forecast is looking sharp too. It was a beautiful day today. We had lots of sunshine around and mild temperatures, really temperatures into the mid-70s after a pretty chilly start. The dew point temperature, which is all important in determining how cool things may get. It's not going to get that cold, but it's 37 degrees right now, which is making it really dry out there. The evening planner, if you're coming out, it's going to be nice. Temperatures dropping down into the mid-60s, and again, things are looking quite nice here, and it looks like it'll stay that way through the weekend. We'll have much more on that and the circus. I'm juggling your forecast. Coming up, we'll have another one in just a few minutes. Back to you.
President Trump blasting the court ruling that landed the biggest blow yet to his controversial travel ban. A federal court decided to keep the order banning travel from 7 Muslim-majority countries on hold. ABC's Janae Norman is in Washington, where the president is vowing to keep fighting.
The president firing back at the 3-judge panel that voted unanimously, refusing to reinstate his ban on travelers from 7 predominantly Muslim countries, promising to take the case to the Supreme Court.
We will continue to go through the court process, and ultimately I have no doubt that we'll win that particular case.
We have seen him in court twice, and we're 2 for 2.
This was the biggest challenge to the president's authority so far. The executive order ignited chaos at airports and left travelers, including families with children, stranded. A Washington state federal judge halted the ban, ruling it was discriminatory and unconstitutional. The president insisted the order was essential to protecting Americans from another terrorist attack. But the panel of judges that reviewed the case disagreed. Writing in their decision, the government has pointed to no evidence that any alien from any of the countries named in the order has perpetrated a terrorist attack in the United States. Democrats applauded the ruling. Hillary Clinton tweeted 3-0, and the Washington state lawyer who brought the case said, "We're a nation of laws."
Those laws apply to everybody in our country, and that includes the President of the United States.
The big news of that court ruling overshadowed the long night on Capitol Hill. Despite Democrats' reservations about Georgia Congressman Tom Price, he was confirmed and sworn in as the next Secretary of Health and Human Services. Janae Norman, ABC News, Washington.
Tom Price sworn in, as just mentioned there, as the new Secretary of Health and Human Services. Senators voted overnight to confirm the GOP congressman from Georgia. Price is expected to help scuttle the Affordable Care Act by issuing regulations to weaken it. Democrats say Price has a questionable history of trading health care stocks and warn that he will take away health insurance from millions of Americans.
Well, here at home, it's no more McKechnie Field in Bradenton. The spring training home of the Pittsburgh Pirates getting a new name today. McKechnie Field will now become LECOM Park. The city of Bradenton selling naming rights to the Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine. LECOM is the nation's largest medical college with campuses in Erie, Greensburg, Pennsylvania, and as well as Lakewood Ranch. LECOM officials say they share the Pirates' commitment to the community, which made this partnership a natural fit.
It's more than the naming of the field. We were looking for partners in the community. We compared mission. Our mission is to train young men and women to become doctors of osteopathic medicine, doctors of pharmacy, or doctors in dental medicine. Their mission is to train young people.
The dollar amount for LECOM's 15-year naming rights at the ballpark was not released. The McKechnie name will live on there. The Pirates Clubhouse will now be known as the Bill McKechnie Home Clubhouse. That's going to take some getting used to.
I was going to say, it's definitely ingrained in us to say McKechnie, right.
Still to come in your Suncoast News, they're sold as safe or legal versions of marijuana, but are they actually more dangerous? A new review on K2 and spice.
And ABC 7 Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan is at the circus. As you see here, he's trying a little juggling. We'll see more of that coming up with your full weather forecast. And later, the fun side of politics and love, a sneak peek at the hit Born Yesterday. It is now on stage in Sarasota.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction. Spend time choosing from exciting colors, textures, and accessories, and then collaborate with one of our expert designers to create the perfect custom storage solution to fit your style and budget. At California Closets, we design everything to exceed your expectations for any room in your home. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the nearest showroom to you. California Closets, designed to your life.
Cancer does change people's lives. It is frightening. The treatment for fear is hope. And what works for you is not necessarily going to work for somebody else. It does take a whole team. This is a facility that really cares about the outcome of the patients. So our job at Sarasota Memorial Hospital is to meet the needs of that individual any way we need to meet them.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Luxury for less at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKZ Sports Utility for $249 per month or a 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Come out to the best party of the season, the Goodwill Mardi Gras Gala on February 28th at Michael's on E. Tickets at experiencegoodwill.org.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
It's a witty comedy that mixes love and politics.
And you can catch the Broadway triumph Born Yesterday at the Oslo Repertory Theater in Sarasota. ABC 7's Joey Panic is joining us now live from the Oslo with a preview of this fun-filled show. Joey.
Haley, it is time for some levity to come out of Washington, and normally people say that we can't talk politics in a social setting, but Oslo Rep is making that okay. Yeah. Starting this weekend, it is the opening night of Born Yesterday, a classic comedy, and I'm joined here with the director, Peter Amster, and the producing artistic director, Michael Edwards. So, Peter, this is a great comedy. A lot of people know it was written in the 40s. Tell us the plot for those who might not.
Oh, for those who don't know it, the plot is this. A multimillionaire industrialist comes down from New York to Washington in order to buy some influence in government. He brings with him his bimbo, gorgeous, blonde chorus girl who hasn't a thought in her head. He thinks she's going to be unhappy and also screw him up in Washington. And so he hires a a reporter to set her wise to the ways and to teach her a thing or two. And it turns out that a little knowledge is a dangerous thing.
Very nice. I won't say timely. Now, Michael Edwards, this is the third show, also the comedy in the Washington trilogy that you're presenting.
We've had some last before, but this is Peter Amster evening.
And do you feel like it's time for comedy?
It's in my life. You talk about my life, darling. You're talking about the community. You're talking about the country. Yes, it's time for comedy. This is unmissable. People are going to have a fantastic time sitting in the theater.
This is wonderful.
And you'll have something to talk about.
Absolutely. Just one show in this trilogy, but this is a great opening. Everyone's very excited. The buzz is starting now. The show will run through April 15th, but don't wait. Otherwise, you will be born yesterday. You can get all the information at oslorep.org. Thank you. Made that up. Thanks, Haley. Back to you.
Thank you, Joey. And speaking of performing, just a few hours, performers with Circus Sarasota will excite the hometown audience.
And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan joins us now live from Circus Sarasota with more on opening night. Bob?
I'll tell you, it couldn't be better as far as the weather goes. It's perfect out here. Low humidity, absolutely outstanding. And what do you think? Nice jacket here, huh? Not too bad. Nice hat. I'm getting ready for my guest performance as the ringmaster on Sunday, the matinee show at 1 o'clock. And joining me, the real deal. This is the guy who really is the ringmaster. I've met him before again, Joseph Bauer. Joseph, thanks for letting me use your duds here.
Absolutely. You wear well, man. You look great. What a natural.
I appreciate it. You do a great job with this. And your family's been involved with circus performance for many, many generations.
Right. I'm the 8th generation in our family. My family came to the United States 1953 with Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey, and made this their home.
And, you know, we had the accident, obviously, a couple days ago, but last night, I guess, the performance was outstanding, and the circus community came together.
It was absolutely very emotional for a lot of the artists, that were in the seats, because we're all very close with the Wallenda family, and we've all performed with them for many years and knew their great-grandparents. So to make sure that they knew we were all out here for them, it was wonderful. I'm sure Nick and his family felt very supported.
And as I heard Nick talk yesterday and say, some of the physicians said it's a miracle. I mean, that you know, that the outcome at least turned out a lot better than it could have.
Absolutely, it was a miracle, and we all did a lot of praying for them. It was really emotional for me because my father in 1962 was there when the Wallendas had an accident like this, and 3 lost their life.
Right.
So for me, being here when that accident happened was very touching. But we're sure there was a big blessing here.
So it's very uplifting that we're starting the show tonight.
That's right.
Everything's going to be great, and the weekend show looks to be good too as well. I got to get a little weather, but I appreciate you let me wear the duds here. Yeah. Should be fun. Should be a lot of fun tonight at 7 o'clock. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. Here's the weather as we see it right now. Not much going on. Clear skies, and we will see generally fair conditions overnight too, with temperatures a little bit of the cool side to start things off tomorrow morning, but I kind of liked it. Low 50s, not as windy tomorrow. You can see over the southeast hardly a cloud to be found. Things are really in good shape over the southeast United States as a result of a large area of high pressure. The northeast continues to dig out of the heavy snow they had there yesterday. In East Hartford, Connecticut, 19 inches of snow. In Boston, too, lots of snow fell, as well as in New York, about 10 inches there. And for us, the rain is well down to our south. That front, for the most part, is dissipating down to our south in the Florida Straits. It was cool this morning, but things are starting to warm back up. Highs today were into the mid-70s, and we are anticipating temperatures to be even a little bit warmer than that tomorrow. Right now it's 74, and the dew point, which is also important in determining how dry things are. When you get down below 60, it's getting dry, and we're at 37, which is incredible. East and northeast winds now at 10. Temperature statewide in the 60s over the Panhandle and throughout Central Florida. 74 now into Miami, and 74 degrees in Sarasota. 76 in Arcadia, 77 now in Inglewood, and Punta Gorda now at 77. So the wind flow will be out of the east and southeast, and that will allow us to warm up over the upcoming days. We'll be back into the upper 70s as early as tomorrow. If we can go back one graphic there, let me see if I can get that for you and see if we can get to the 7-day. There it is. We're calling for warm temperatures, and highs will be into the upper 70s tomorrow, and then Sunday at 81 degrees, and staying warm right through Wednesday. Now, I'm the guest ringmaster. Why don't you do a little weather, finish it up there.
Okay, it looks like Saturday it's going to be 78 degrees with a low of 52. Am I still doing right?
You're doing good.
Okay, on Sunday, a high of 81, low of 56. Monday looks beautiful with a high of 78, a low of 57. Tuesday, 78. Look at that. I've got it. It's going to be beautiful all the way across the board.
That's when you got to wrap it up. I'll do this.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the world's greatest juggler, the amazing Harrigan.
Here we go.
Fantastic.
For you right here. Whoa.
It's the 3-bag flash.
That's right. That's all I can get. Back to you guys.
All right, guys, thank you so much. Now to Suncoast Traffic Watch. Right now, I-75 northbound lanes. Look at all the red on the map that goes well below or well south of Clark Road and then north past Fruitville. Very slow going on the interstate if you're heading north tonight. Haley.
Thank you, Scott. In health news this evening, a review of previous studies confirms what many already knew. Drugs known as synthetic marijuana, K2, and spice are not safe. Synthetic cannabinoids produce adverse neurological, gastrointestinal, and cardiovascular effects, as well as dependence and even death. University of Arkansas researchers say these drugs are much more potent than pot, and the chemical makeups vary, so it's hard to predict how someone taking it will respond. Also, researchers say many have turned to these drugs because they do not show up on most tox screenings. A new type of male contraceptive that blocks the flow of sperm effectively prevented pregnancy in monkeys. That's according to a study in the journal Basic and Clinical Andrology. The success of the procedure in male monkeys means that human men may be up next in these clinical trials. It's called Vasogel, and once this hydrogel is injected, it acts as a physical barrier blocking sperm. In this study, compared with monkeys that had undergone vasectomies, the rate of complications from this Vasogel injection was much lower. Coming up, a man waits for help for hours with his nose barely above water. Look at this video, how he got out of this predicament. Plus, harrowing moments for a man used to covering the news, who suddenly became the news himself.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC 7. We're here for you.
Contemporary Cabinetry and Closet Concepts. Our strength is in building a relationship with our clients. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years. When you organize your home, you simplify your life. Call today for a free in-home consultation or visit the web at contemporarycabinetry.srq.com.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
The official salon of ABC 7.
Gold fever is at an all-time high in the Sunshine State with the new Gold Rush Doubler family of scratch-off games. Everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. With over $1 billion in total cash prizes, the Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Some terrifying images from Australia.
A man was riding an excavator when the edge of a dam gave way. He got pinned under the machine and was trapped up to his nose in a water hole in this photo you see here. Daniel Miller was able to survive by keeping his nose above water for 2 hours until a neighbor found him and authorities were able to free him. Miller was taken to the hospital. Amazingly, he only suffered minor injuries. Another survival story. A San Francisco news photographer is lucky to be alive after a sudden landslide came crashing down onto his news vehicle, trapping him inside. Cameraman Ian Babcock was on his way to work when it happened. He says the whole mountain just seemed to explode right in front of him. Somehow he was able to call for help, and highway patrol officers were able to get him out of that wreckage.
Well, expressing your love can get pretty expensive. According to the National Retail Federation, lovebirds will spend about $18 billion for Valentine's Day this year. More than $4 billion of that will be spent on jewelry and another $2 billion on flowers. The average person could end up spending about $140. I wonder if that includes dinner.
That probably does.
I wouldn't think so.
You can't get a gift and dinner for $140 unless you're going somewhere cheap. Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, new details surrounding the arrest of a former Sarasota County Sheriff's deputy.
The investigation has resulted in the arrest of another deputy. What her lawyer has to say about these allegations.
What does it mean when New South Window says Factory Direct?
It means we have a factory.
It means we eliminate the middleman.
It means you get an award-winning, energy-efficient window at factory direct prices.
Plus, New South windows are made in Florida.
Ford Florida Home.
By Florida workers. Because we know Florida weather.
Right now, buy 2 windows, get the 3rd free, plus our lifetime warranty. New South Window, we manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Call now.
Go ahead. Make a fashion statement. Demand something more than just ordinary. Capture elegance in every turn and drive with flair. Where beautiful styling is standard. Stop in and take a test drive. I'll guarantee you'll never go back to plain vanilla again. The all-new 2017 Fiat 500 starting at $14,999. Only at Sunset Fiat in Sarasota.
If you want to rediscover the smooth, radiant skin of your past, consider a facelift, eyelid lift, or laser resurfacing from Faces by Fezza. Restore your natural, youthful appearance and the confidence that goes with it when you trust your face to the expert hands of Dr. John Fezza. Using a delicate touch, he gives you natural-looking contours, a clean jawline, and long-lasting results. Call today to schedule a private consultation, because when you look good, you feel good. Faces by Fezza at Center for Sight.
We are going to build a great society where no man or woman are the victim of fear or poverty or hatred, where every man and woman has a chance for fulfillment and prosperity and hope.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dotoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Come in to a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction. Spend time choosing from exciting colors, textures, and accessories, and then collaborate with one of our expert designers to create the perfect custom storage solution to fit your style and budget. At California Closets, we design everything to exceed your expectations for any room in your home. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the nearest showroom to you. California Closets, designed to your life.